got a couple of cool looking things that we've gotten printed. So some more marketing material and things for us. So I got this little notebook here, which has got our logo there. It's just a very small notebook, but something nice to write on. Got some little stickers printed as well with our logo. Just keeping on bringing the brand to life.
It is a pretty short timeline, so we need the campaign live by mid-June.
Okay, sure. So it's kind of like obviously you've still got to discuss that with the client, but you're thinking that are they primarily like vertical videos for social?
Yes. Yeah.
And they're pretty short. Like, do you imagine them being like 30 seconds? 30 seconds.
Yeah, maybe a few variations of edits on it.
Yeah, but it's primarily like a talking head.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And I think if the budget's already set, like we can just figure out how to work within it, and maybe in future if we're involved at like scoping stages, we could also provide some feedback as to how we would normally quote. At the moment, like if it's the kind of shoot that I'm envisioning, I'm thinking of like making it like a bit of maybe even a 2-hour shoot, just to keep things pretty dialed in.
Awesome, sounds good. All right, I'll be in touch this afternoon.
Appreciate it.
All right, see ya.
All right,
thanks.
speak soon, bye. Awesome. If we plan this out well and on the day, I feel like the video itself won't take maybe a bit more than an hour to do, and if everyone's happy to stay there for a bit more after, we can just set the same shots up or make sure that we've got people in place to show some treatment photos, and then and a few different options. And what we do with the photos is like we'll shoot a fair few, and then we can send you guys a proof gallery where you can pick you can just select the ones that you want edited, and then we can edit those ones for you guys. So that should be able to be all done on the same day. Awesome guys, appreciate it. Have a good arvo. I'll see you guys soon. I'll talk soon. Shoot time. And then I'm gonna do always ready. Alright, back on the shoot. I just finished filming for our client, and one of the things that I noticed while filming around was in their workshop and in their office and everywhere, they've got their values just plastered everywhere. It was actually really inspiring and interesting to look at. Like in every single work bay and on every shelf, every aisle, in every office, their values were everywhere. And I think it was really clear seeing what they wanted their staff to understand in terms of the culture and the things that they do and the way they do things. Like they even had a really clever way of saying what is above the line and what is below the line. So you're just outlining the attitude that is really good and in line with their values, and things that are not. And I found that really inspiring to look at. So I'm going to be thinking about how I can implement that in our business, and especially as we're starting to grow the team more and wanting to make sure that we have the right people on board, because culture is so hard, it's so massive. And values are something that just becomes so important the more a business matures and brings on more team. Cheers. I'm about to unbox these shirts for the first time. Okay, here we are. test batch. It's a test batch, so we have no idea if these are the ones we're going to go with long term. But we're just trying a new look. Ooh, that looks pretty big. Okay. We're going from this to this. Sorry, Annie's also getting prepped in the morning.
I think it looks nice. I reckon we could go that a bit smaller.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that does the job.
And he's gone for an oversized cut, which is pretty cool, pretty trendy. I think it'll shrink it a little bit in the wash. So I think size-wise it's pretty good. Oh, because we dry our clothes, so. Looks good. A new era. This. All right, let's talk about branding. Just got those new shirts. Looks pretty good. I'm really liking the way that it comes across. Signaling a new style, a new look, even going for this oversized look, which is a bit more on trend. And yeah, I guess some of the things that we are being intentional about when it comes to branding is now we're thinking about who it is that we are really trying to attract as clients and trying to get a little bit into their head in a way, in terms of where are these people? What do they like? What will they be attracted by? How do we look accessible to them? How do we look like the right people who understand the style, the aesthetic, the vision that they want to bring across? With our vision of doing projects that are pretty big in scale, requiring a lot of creative edge, we need to be able to present ourselves in the content that we create, in the way that we come across, and leave that feeling in somebody's mind when they see us and they see our brand, they see our logos, they see us walking around on shoots. Everything needs to intentionally speak to the fact that we are positioning ourselves to serve these clients. And so we'll still work with all sorts of businesses because that's one thing I love to do. But the intentionality behind our branding, positioning, our marketing is to help us to get clients that we would not normally attract, that I feel like has a lot to do with first impression. And for me, who's somebody who needs training to a degree in how to present and be aesthetic and understand trends, it's something I'm learning, and I just have an appreciation for it, but I don't understand it fully. So I'm really relying on people who know what they're talking about, or really in it, like my wife, and it comes across in our uniforms. Okay. I just made a quick pit stop to get a few things. So as part of furnishing the office, we've needed to get a few things, and I don't know if this is gonna hit. Oh, it does. Yes. So I have a new friend here. It's called a pothos. It's a hanging plant. It's going to go on top of my shelving in the office and bring some greenery and some life, and hopefully we can keep it alive. To be honest, it looks pretty cool in the car. That's my new friend, Pothos. And yeah, we're going to keep heading over to work now. I am honestly quite keen for a few more lower key days. Low key, feeling like there's been a lot going on. I haven't had as much time to really think about the business, think about our marketing, think about our branding. And I'm excited, even though there's still like a shoot this afternoon, there's a shoot tomorrow, a bunch of things are still happening, which is awesome as we're heading into the end of financial year. Yeah, I'm really excited to be working on thinking more about the business as a whole and how we can grow it into this next phase. Things take time. And I've been looking at what other agencies have built, and I respect what they're all doing. And I think bringing the individuality out of somebody, a founder and their team, into an agency is beautiful. Watching businesses take shape. I think for us, we're trying to do that ourselves. We're in our own journey, and we have enjoyed every step of the journey. And I think the trap is to compare. Like, comparison is such a huge motivation, inspiration killer. So I try to glance around and see what others are doing and get some inspiration. I think what's important is remembering who we are. So what we're going to do is purposefully, it's going to be the first time ever we're doing it, but we're going to put on a little team retreat. We've been, head down, working hard for years and hustling, and it's been amazing. We've gotten to where we are because of that, but we haven't really been able to step out of the box, look at the box and think, where are we heading? What does it mean? What does our what is our attitude, what are our values, what is our objective in this next season, and get some buy-in from everyone and make sure that the vision is clear. The Bible says to write down the vision and make it plain. I'm keen for us to actually carve out some time, carve out some moments to do that, to reinvigorate what we do with new vision, to pray. We're all Christians in our team, in our core team. So we're going to ask the Lord for some guidance and for him to tell us what to do and how to do it. Go out into the new financial year with a renewed motivation and vigor and purpose, and that everything that we do can be so aligned to vision and values. You know, just like when I was going into that client shoot where I was impressed by their values just plastered everywhere, their customer avatar, you know, with a little cartoon and in front of everyone in the workshop to see, so they remember who they're working for, who they're serving. Like, that doesn't come by accident. It takes real intentionality to do that, and we want to do that. We want to have a business that attracts incredible creatives. I want to build a business where I walk through our studio and see things that are being created that I go, I have no idea how you came up with that, but it is incredible, and it brings the clients value and it brings us joy. And I think it will bring me a lot of joy to see myself being probably the least skilled creative in the business, knowing that we have the opportunity and the chance to build a culture of incredible creativity. It will take intentionality. These are steps along the journey. This new logo is a symbol of our intention to take that next step. It's not defined what that will be, but we will figure it out. There will be hustle involved, and there will be a lot of trial and error, and we still have to work and get cash in the door. But I'm very confident in our ability to do this and to just really inject some new life into our business. I want to build a brand that lasts, and one that people think of and go, yep, they're the ones. When we have that creative project that we want to really be like no one else, we're going to go to Brown Fox because they know what they're doing. That's what I want to build. Morning, Benson. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
You know, got to give the man some help.
Thank you, sir. That's very appreciated.
Lee, come on now. Come on now.
What do we got here?
Sorry, I just saw some different writing, you know. It's like,
Yeah?
oh yeah.
What'd you see?
Oh, yeah.
It's a tester.
Hopefully I'm not too big for it, you know.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
no, that'll be fine.
It's an oversized cut, so it's supposed to look a little bit bigger.
Say less. This is
There you
cool.
go. Well, the front logo's a bit too big.
Here comes the punch-ins in the vlog.
Nice.
Out with the old and with the new.
Nice. Yeah, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Fill it up quite
What do you
nicely.
think? How do you think?
Yeah,
it
I think
fits?
you just need to get rid of the one underneath, but
Yeah. Obviously.
yeah. It's a nice material.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah, no, I didn't really have much to do with it. Stamp's definitely a bit big on the front. We have to reduce it. Boom. Oh, hi Lynn, it's Joseph Bobadilla here from Brown Fox Creative House in Brisbane. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Have I caught you at a bad time?
No, that's okay. I'll just get to my computer. Sorry.
If you had a few minutes, I'd just love to find out a bit more about this project and
Yeah.
see if we can help you. Do you have a set number of outputs that you know you're going to be making?
There's usually something that goes on their website, like as a bit of a. They have a YouTube channel which they use, so it's really B2B. They want one like major thing that they'll put on their YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and they may put that on their website as well.
Excellent. In terms of like time frame for this, obviously the shoot is the main thing that you guys are planning around. Are you asking us to look into quoting for post-production as well? So doing the editing as well?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
everything?
for sure.
Do you
Yeah,
know
everything.
what the kind of deadlines are or what the ideal time frame is?
I don't think they're launching till September.
Okay, so we've got time.
They'll probably want it, so we've got a bit of time. I think the critical thing is more
Yeah.
about the site availability and getting
sure.
the right site.
Do you know
Yeah.
roughly what kind of budget range they're imagining, or since it's your client that you must be familiar with
what they're expecting?
I reckon at least 2.5K a day, but maybe a bit more.
And
Yeah.
is that just for the shoot or for the production and post-production as well?
Just for the shoot and then post-production on top. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll draw up an initial proposal for you, which will outline, a few deliverables and, break it all up so that maybe you can tell me if that's if they're all good with it.
That sounds great. And
also
there. Because that gives them an idea if it's a bit more than what they want. I mean, I'm a big believer in not reducing the money, but maybe reducing the scope.
But yeah, I appreciate it. I will do that for you. I'm about to head off to a production this afternoon, so I'll probably get it to you tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, that's
all right. But yeah, awesome. Is there anything else you want to know from my end?
If you've done something vaguely similar, a link to that might be good. Yeah.
But yeah, if you need any examples, I'll try to dig some up and put them in as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Excellent. Awesome.
Fantastic.
Speak to you soon. Bye.
Sorry, it's probably, I don't know when you guys are watching this, but it's probably maybe 3 or something weeks, how fast you want to edit the vlog. But I'm just watching, man, and it's just...
It's good content.
Oh, dude,
Matt's watching himself on the vlog soon.
Oh, well, the very first frame was...
Yeah,
hey, guns.
First ever shot.
Yeah, so it's Surely you're gonna bring the crew along to our shoot later on.
I might, yeah.
Ooh,
I
go for a bit of a behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I won't say no.
What do you reckon?
That's what I reckon. That face right there.
Good job meal prepping.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we are here on the shoot here at Stafford, Brisbane, Queensland, Australia for Brown Fox Creative House. Now we are just walking along towards this house. Now essentially we've got a testimonial video shoot today. We're essentially going to be filming testimonial interview with our client being Joseph's business coach, actually. The really fun thing about going to people's houses for shoots is that sometimes they have dogs. So just come along this way. But it's awesome getting to hang out with all the dogs. Come on. So you got, I don't know the names, but yeah, you've got some nice dogs here. So it's always nice meeting new people and dogs. Basically, one of the first things we do when we walk inside a new space or a house, whatever, apart from obviously meeting people and saying hi and whatnot, we like to look around the space and figure out what our best options are for filming, for interviews especially. So we've just seen this spot out here, obviously. I think it's a nice, clean, it's a bit windy outside, but that's okay. It's a nice, clean sort of area. We're wanting to go for a sort of wide middle frame A-cam shot. Got this nice sort of wall behind, so yeah, sometimes you just gotta be creative and make do with what you got. So yeah, see how we go. Cue time lapse.
Okay, so yeah, you got it there. We'll have the chat. Yeah.
So I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
You don't want me looking at the camera, do you?
No.
Good.
Again, she knows.
So you're good. You're all sweet. So yeah, are you ready to hear some?
I'm
hear some
ready to do
levels?
an audio test. Yep.
All right. So practice question, not recording. Could you please introduce yourself, your name, your business, and your title?
Hi, Marie from Headspace Design.
Love the energy.
We should have a little outtake.
should be recording actually.
We should be recording.
So basically what we're doing now is we're setting up a light for some B-roll. Obviously it's heavily backlit, so we want to just create a little bit of fill, Dr. Phil. That's a punch-in moment. And yeah, just to make it look a little bit more nicer sort of thing. So yeah, see how we go.
Doing some brawl. What right now? Brawl. It's like if people ask, what is brawl? This is brawl. I can do the Jade's reaction.
Striking.
That's lit. Where do you want to shoot this from, Maddie?
So you're there, Joe. So
I can just do a static of Jade.
yeah,
So when
you could do that, and then we could do
Maria
it again where
opens
I've got like a closer sort of reaction shot.
Yep.
I might just come outside quickly, Jade, with you.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice, really nice space you got here.
Thank you.
Very functional.
All right.
Is she knocking?
Yeah. Just make it as real as we can make it.
You too.
Come straight in there. Don't look at camera. Don't look at camera. Yes, winning. Yes, got it. Nailed it.
That's great. Can we do that
Nailed
one
it.
more time just for my angle? We'll do that one more time if that's all good. Yep. Joe's got his shot.
Yeah, that's good.
I so wanted to do the wave at you. I was like, well, can I do it?
Striking light.
He's on strike. You're the model.
You
Might
need a
match.
ring light.
We match the.
Yeah.
We might actually get both of you walking in to the frames and to sit down.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get that on camera if that's okay.
Do you want to walk around that one? See how what's dirty?
So, if we are recording, we're recording.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, you're gonna shoot him?
It's all good. We might do that walk in one more time if that's okay. Thank you.
Okay, rolling.
So 1 second. All right. 3, 2, 1, action. Lovely. Nice. Cool. All right. And then yeah, we'll just get you guys
Just
Can I just compliment? It's been great. So it's good. So Oliver's full time and Amanda's still part time. Got here. Yeah. Oh, Oliver's full time. Oliver.
It is a really foggy day this morning. Good morning, everyone. It is an extremely foggy day. On my way to a morning shoot, we are filming a fit out, which is where a builder basically fits out the inside of a new office tenancy, new office space. So in this particular case, it's a medical fit out for an X-ray clinic. So it's going to be interesting. Lots of MRI equipment, X-ray equipment. One thing you might have seen from yesterday's footage and also this morning is that when we're doing our video production, a lot of the time we get engaged to do testimonial videos, and there's a real art to it. I personally enjoy the storytelling aspect of them. It helps obviously to be able to have done research and to know exactly who we're filming with. But I have done it enough times to know how to get the story out. And it's really just about making sure that you ask the right questions, keep asking open-ended questions, and making sure that when you're listening to someone's story, listen to how it's going to come across in the edit. And if they go a little bit long, maybe giving some instruction to try it again and try and get it a bit more concise, especially if the testimonials are only supposed to be about 1.5 to 2 minutes long. But yeah, it's just making sure that the people are feeling comfortable in front of the camera and just talking to you like it's a normal conversation. And so that's what we're doing again today. We're doing another testimonial video for this fit out company that did the radiology clinic. And oftentimes the people who are being interviewed, they're not trained talent. They are just everyday people who are doing their job, and they're happy to volunteer to be on camera. So oftentimes they aren't necessarily super comfortable. So it's our job to make sure that they are comfortable in front of the camera to get the best result. So we're doing it again today, and yeah, show a little bit of that shoot as soon as we get there.
Going to get the premium quality service, we're going to actually have to put our resources and some of that budget into getting this done quickly, and we're not going to be able to achieve that.
Right, ended up parking a mile away, like so long away. So this is where this production cart here, this production cart comes in so handy. Just folds away nicely, and everything goes cleanly into it. So I'm just going to load that up. The absolute joys of production.
2,000 years later.
What's going on, everyone?
Ready to shoot?
We are here at. Can we see the location? Here at Queensland X-Ray to do a fit out photos and videos and a bit of testimonial sort of video for a fit out construction company. It's a pretty big space, so obviously the key things are to do a good job,
Good stuff. Thanks, Matty. Go quick, go fast.
Yeah, that's it. We don't
Go.
have, to be honest, we don't have
Go
a whole lot
hard.
of time, and it is a pretty big space. So for the bit over an hour that I have, probably my main thing is to just get a whole overview of wides of pretty much most rooms or everything, and then worry about details afterwards, and then go from there. And then we're going to film an interview, and then we're going to film some people shots and anything else that I may have missed. So we'll see how we go.
Not like we're cookie cuttering down photos. Yeah.
That's fun. Cameras everywhere.
Good. Yeah. But don't all stand like next. Okay, everyone ready?
Alright, so the shoot went really well. We didn't end up getting to do the interview today due to a change in schedule. So we're going to have to come back for the second half, but we got all the B-roll done. And so now we'll just take a quick break because I haven't had a coffee. And I haven't had any food yet, and it's 10:30. That's just not right. The shoot was really close to one of my favourite coffee spots in Brisbane, D. Coffee House.
So we are here after the shoot at Joe's favourite cafe of all time, D. Shout out. I've never been here, I don't think. So what do you rate it out of 10? And why is
pretty
the answer,
close.
Why is the answer 10?
It's in my top 3 these days. I haven't been here in a couple of months though. What you got there?
Oh, it's called a brisket Benny. Now I love my eggs Benny, you know, I always try them out, but I saw this brisket Benny, I'm like, ooh. And look at this, look at that art.
You'll be making that soon.
So I've just bought a Barista Express machine. Start getting the goods, but yeah, this looks good. Have a look at yours though.
I got a big breakfast.
Chef's
And a
kiss.
batch brew.
Come on.
We're on. Now look, I missed the initial reaction, but
Okay, let me reenact it.
Yeah.
I'll try and be as authentic. Okay. This looks good. It's Turkish bread? Yeah, it looks like it. I need to ask them for that recipe. My gosh.
it's good. It's good.
I know it's not a normal eggs Benny, but let me just say this. That is one of the best Benedict's meals I've ever had.
Wow.
And that's saying something
Big
because I've
props.
had a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Been a pretty big day, grinding it out at the office for a couple hours after the shoot and did a lot of marketing stuff. Was putting together some proposals, and it's probably something I can talk more about or even kind of film myself do a bit more after a few sales meetings this week and sales chats. So we've closed some new projects and yeah, go into the weekend with a lot of momentum as we start June. And yeah, this has been the biggest April and May we've ever had, which is just such a blessing. It's incredible and very excited for what the rest of the year has to offer. Traditionally, the June to December is always the biggest part of the year. So knowing that we've had this much on in April, May has been absolutely phenomenal. And I'm very excited to see what the rest of the year looks like. About to go to gym, gonna get one final session in for the weekdays. Still have more on Saturday, Sunday, but it's going to be a deadlift testing session at Fitstop, so time to go get it, lift some heavy weight.
Vlogging again.
Always.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring cake. She was a bit lonely today.
Oh, she got to do some lifting.
From this angle, but 3 times zoom.
really good lift session. I managed to pull 170 for 5, which is not my PR all time, but it's definitely nice to know that moved, and it felt like it did. One thing I found really interesting about training, now that I've done both group training as well as individual training, and now that I'm doing them both at the exact same time, I found it really interesting because now I've got an actual comparison. Because when I go to a normal gym and I do my workout, even at my top sets when I'm pumping music and I'm going for the strongest lift in the set, I've been finding that it's a bit of a struggle to really push the weight. Like, for example, real life example is on Sunday, I trained by myself in the gym and did a squat session, not knowing that there was squat testing at Fitstop on Tuesday. And I pushed 130 for 4 as my top set after doing 3 heavy sets as well with around the same range, but still 130 for 4. And that's as far as I felt comfortable pushing by myself, even with rails. And then on Tuesday, I came to Fitstop and did the squat session with people around and my friends, and we were having a bit of friendly competition and testing. And I pushed 130 for 7. And I felt like I could have gone for 8 if I really wanted to. And that was 2 days after the testing. My last solo deadlift session, I pulled 160 for 5. And that felt like a bit of a mission. And tonight, I pulled 170 for 5. So I feel like there's a really big thing to be said about training in a group environment when there's people cheering you on and motivating you and everyone's kind of pushing towards the same goal, the same exercises. That community strength that you get and encouragement is actually really invaluable. So that's something that I've found because, like I said, I'm literally doing it at the same time, training by myself and in the gym here at Fitstop with a community of friends. So interesting conversations. And I guess it also goes to show, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Anyway, it turns out we've got a nice dinner with some friends coming up, so I'm going to get changed, go home, freshen up a little bit, and hit the road for a casual dinner on a Friday night.
What is happening right now is I am unboxing and assembling a new chair from IKEA. Don't normally buy chairs from IKEA, but this one here is an ergonomic chair. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. I think it's the Alefiol. Alefiol, something like that. Anyway, it's a chair for our content space, our office here at home, and it looks really aesthetic. Bought it in the beige color, so that's important, but also ergonomic, because sitting on bad chairs when you're in your 30s, not good for your back. So I'm just going to unbox it now, set it up, and let's have a look at what's in the box. So it comes in a medium-sized box, but it's pretty heavy because the chair's all in it. Once you open the box, inside we have the manual, which is handy. Yes, I do read instruction manuals. And then you've got all the other warranties and other information. And then, by the looks of it, the chair. So, looks like the seat, I'm guessing. And this looks like the backrest. Underneath is all the other stuff. Gonna have a look at this manual to see what we need to do. Looks like it's a few steps. Hopefully should only take a few minutes to put together. Let's get into it. Forgive the mess in the back, but this is the chair. Alefiol. It's pretty good.
Annie's holding the camera. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
We were talking about, the other day, we were just talking about kind of butterfly effects. And we were talking about how certain things happen and it kind of changes the course of life. One thing happened where we were trying to go to a gym in a different part, it was closer to where we lived, in a different part of the city. And we did a trial, and then the next day when a free trial at 5 a.m. We turn up, and everyone's standing outside, and the locks were changed, so we couldn't even get in the gym. It was very confusing, especially at 5 in the morning. But it was a very strange situation. But what it actually did was it made us go to check out another gym of the same franchise. It's a Fitstop over in a different part of the city, which is really close to where we live now. What it did was it changed our entire environment. So for like 3 years, we were actually hanging around a completely different demographic of people. And I think what that did was it shaped the way that we thought the people were hanging around. The truth is that it's probably a higher socioeconomic demographic that we're hanging around with. So it made us think bigger and to have conversations with people who are doing really cool things. I'm sure it would have been the same at the gym, but truth is it actually made us literally move to close to where we are now. And I think like that was really cool to think that being intentional about the environment. So even now, as we're thinking of what we're doing in the future, we want to place ourselves more intentionally in places that might be a bit, feel like they're unattainable or they're dream situations, just so we can start to understand what it's like to be in those environments
and be around people that are doing those things.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are who we hang around with, right? So if we're hanging around people who are doing awesome things and have really cool lifestyle, I think it's actually.
But also speak positively.
Other thing was we went for a walk this morning on this Saturday, and we were going through a really nice neighborhood, and one of the guys was in their garage and just greeted us, and him and his wife were there. They look like they're probably in their 60s or something, probably retired. But they had a really nice house and like a Porsche and everything in the garage, and we just said, hey, like, love your house, it's beautiful. And he was like really nice,
just so encouraging,
really encouraging. And he said something like, don't worry,
you can do this.
You can do this
too. Keep
too.
working hard. You can do this.
And I was like,
it'll be you soon.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be you soon. It was such an encouragement, and like I think it made us think as well that people who have money are generally actually quite nice
and have really like open, positive mindsets. And
I think so. I think that's been my experience, is hanging around people who are wealthy and have done well for themselves. They've done it in a legal manner. They're really good people, really lovely. And they're actually really generous.
With their time, with their energy, with their
words.
advice, yeah.
So it's kind of making us think now about how to be around these types of people so we can grow. Yeah. Anyway, gotta go pick up the car from charging. Gonna look for some more furniture and try to enjoy this weekend together because I'm not shooting, so it's very exciting. And then, hang out with some friends. Bit of a social weekend. Gotta do some work, but it will be good. Yeah.
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 Living room vibe.
Do you like it?
I love it.
I missed the reaction. Oh well. Like your style. Time to do some more social things. Friend birthday. We're at a birthday dinner at one of my favourite places in all of Brisbane. It's called Brewdog. Brewdog. What do you reckon they are? Yo! What's going on?
Good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, good, man.
I didn't even know there was a river in Melbourne, but there's some sort of like river.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, sir.
So good.